Are you looking for a fun way to celebrate National Donut Day and make your friends smile? Hi, I'm Jess from jesscrafts.com, and I'm going to help you make the most of your crafty supplies and time. So let's get making. Today I have a donut craft for you, and I have a printable that goes with it to make things a little bit easier in terms of the directions, and also to give you some sentiments to use for a donut day in case you do not have, if you're not a stamper or you don't have any donut specific sentiments in your stash. So to get started, you're going to cut 2 4-inch circles. You can make these different sizes, but I'm just going to keep it consistent in the directions so that it works with all the other measurements. But basically you just want it to be larger than the donut embellishment that you're going to make, and you're going to be making a shaped donut card today. So I printed these in pink to coordinate with these donuts. These donuts are a printable from creativefabrica.com. These will be linked, but you can use whatever donut image you find, and I've made them 3 inches wide. And so if you're using a 4-inch circle, 3-inch donuts will work well, which is also specified here in the directions. So you're going to set aside one of your 4-inch circles, and then the other one you're going to need to follow some of these directions to make the back of the card. You're going to want to score your circle at a 1/2 inch from the side. If you don't have a scoring board, that's okay. You just want to measure about 1/2 inch or eyeball 1/2 inch and put a fold in the card. I'm going to use my scoring board because it's a tool that I have. So I've placed my scoring mark there, and that means that I can fold it. Then on the other side, you just want to cut off about 1/4 inch. Now you could do this with a paper trimmer, that'll give you a nice even edge. You could do this just with a scissor. So the opposite side that you scored, you want to cut a little bit of it off, and this will allow the card to stand up. Okay, in order to make the rest of the card base, you're going to want to add adhesive, glue, dot adhesive, whatever you have, to only this scored area. I'm going to use some dry adhesive just because it tends to, it'll stick right away, and I won't have to worry about anything taking some time to dry, but glue works perfectly fine. Okay, so now I want to line up my plain circle that I've done nothing to with this other circle that I have scored and cut, and now I have a card. And you'll see that it's a complete circle on the front, but then it lifts to that partial circle in the back, and this score line is what allows it to stand up. Okay, that is the most difficult part of any of this. Then we're just going to cut out our donuts. You could just cut them out with a scissor. That would be fine. You can trace something circular, like like a cup or something that's about the same size, just in case you don't cut perfect circles. I know that can be a bit of a struggle for me. I'm going to use some dies because what I have. An electronic die cutting machine like a Cricut would also work, or a Brother Scan and Cut. Now that I have my donut cut out, I can adhere it on. Again, any adhesive will work. I'll use the dry adhesive. This is a Scotch ATG, which is laying down double-sided tape. And then glue that to the front of the card. Now when the card is standing up, in my case, I want the mouth and the smiley face to be at the bottom. So I'm going to make sure that the cut is facing towards the bottom. And then really that could be it. Now you just write a sweet little message inside, give it to your friends on donut day with some donuts, and call it. But I've also created some printables to go with it to give a little bit of extra interest and to save you from having to do any writing on the card if you prefer not to. So it comes in pink or in black and white. In case you don't have a color printer, you'll have the black and white. And then if you do, I figured pink is like a really popular color for donuts, so that's why I chose the pink. And then I can cut off the Happy National Donut Day sentiment And then I'll also cut one of the other sentiments. There's both Sprinkled with Love and You're Sweet, and I will use the You're Sweet for the outside of the card. There's a number of things that you could do to further embellish this card. I think it would be really cute if you were to take those plastic enamel dots, or I guess enamel, and put them on top of some of the sprinkles, and that would add some texture. You could glue sequins on here. There's plenty of little tiny things that, you know, would work great. And I'm thinking, even if you're not really a crafter, sequins are readily available at the Dollar Tree and lots of people have them. This is also a fun time to let kids get involved. I do think that if you're making this craft for kids, there's a lot of parts that you have to be careful with. This is definitely something you would do with an adult, but they could help you to do some of the decoration. So this is not meant for kids per se, but with adult supervision. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna add a whole bunch of adhesive, and I'm gonna glue this straight across the card. You could instead cut it out, like cut it straight on the sides, cut diagonally, cut a fishtail banner, all kinds of stuff, but I just kind of want to show you some of the easiest choices. So if you're not a crafter, you're limited in the kind of crafty stuff you like to do, you don't have a lot of supplies or whatever, you will still feel comfortable completing this craft. Okay, and then I've trimmed it off so that it's a straight line on each. And then I'll take my Happy Donut Day sentiment and do the same thing. So it should fit across the center of the inside of the card. Turn it around, follow the lines with your scissor, and then your Sweet donut card is finished and ready to gift on National Donut Day with some donuts or a gift card to a donut shop if you can't hand it off in person. I hope that you found this video helpful. I'll leave you links to another video as well as the products that I mentioned in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!